Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go. Let me know.
You're good.
Are we already live?
Oh, we're going.
Okay, how come I'm only showing on the...
Yeah, so both of them.
Because the chat's
Oh,
there.
that's the chat. Oh, that's the chat. Hey, everybody. Welcome to One Side of the Coin. I'm your host, Steveo the Gamer. With me, as always, my co-host.
Mack-Attack.
And tonight we're joined by a very special guest. Second place consistently winner. I don't know. I got to hack on this guy a little bit. But Will Kemp is joining us tonight. So we're going to be discussing.
Hello.
Yeah, hey, say hello to all our viewers. So we really appreciate you joining us tonight and tuning into our show. So tonight we're going to be talking about the upcoming 2022 Genesis World Championship coming up. And also, too, in a little bit, we're also going to be opening up a second box. So if you watched last week, if you tuned in, we opened up a first box of the actual retail version of Origins, which is, according to the website, states October 14th is supposed to hit the stores. However, my distribution is telling me differently. They're saying the 21st. So we have to kind of figure out exactly what date it's going to be hitting stores. So I'm super excited to get it after already seeing some of them. And this, okay, I was going to say it never fails, but keep going. So yeah, so let's get into a quick discussion. The road to the championship.
Yeah.
So you participated last weekend at the very last circuit event. That was to occur for this year prior to the championship at Dragon's World.
Yes.
So give me a bit of a breakdown on how that went.
I mean, there was 28 players there, so that's the biggest number of players for a circuit this year, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
We seem to be progressively getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is great as we get into the championship. Yeah, there was a lot of variants, a lot of different decks. There's still a lot of new and old players, so there's still a good mix. So I think the championship will be full of that because people who already have a spot, their spots fall down to the next people, right? So
Yeah.
I think there was about 6 of us, I want to say, that already had a guaranteed spot, either from another circuit or from maybe even 8 of us actually. So a lot of people got some spots.
Got some spots just for process of elimination. Kind of thing.
Yeah, as it falls
Which is
down.
how Mack-Attack got her seat at Lost Star when we went, because I already had my seat from being in the championship, winning the top 8 from the year before. So since I already had my seat, it gets pushed down. And she came in 9th place at Lost Star, ended up getting her seat. So this is kind of cool.
Which I think is really cool, right? Because I think this year the championship is going to be people participating for the championship are people invited for that.
Yes.
Right? It's not just anyone can just come and play, right?
Yeah,
so you have to get that invitation, which is really cool.
It's all by invite. Yeah, exactly. So, quick question on this. So you've been to a lot of the circuit events.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of them. I also hosted one at Anime North. Give me your feeling on the difference between being at a convention for the circuit event versus being at a store for the circuit event.
So both
What are you
are
saying OGs for?
both are, they're still very long days,
Yes.
right? The nice part about being in a store is that everyone there is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Right? People are watching other people's games. People are cheering or watching their friends play. Everyone in the store is reacting to when things happen, or if they have scores posted or whatever, right? It's all sort of in one space. Everyone's there for the same purpose. Whereas as the conventions go, you get people coming by who don't know what's going on, or maybe something else is going on. Like, Anime North, we had a very loud Digimon competition going on at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just chaotic.
It was very chaotic, I remember.
1,000 people plus people are there, not for Genesis. And then a small group of people are trying to focus on a game that takes a lot of focus.
Right.
And that's why I said OGs.
Yeah. I found it a little bit difficult being the organizer for Anime North, and it's like because you guys took a break, some of the players left
Yeah,
the
they went
venue
together.
altogether. They went to get something to eat or
Yeah.
whatnot, and then struggling to get back into the convention, and then it really delayed a lot of time, and trying to get these people to stay on schedule because we were in a time frame, kind of thing.
Yeah, you're on another person's time frame too, right? Like, whereas at the store, it didn't matter what time we played to. It's just like we're done when we're done.
Yeah.
Right. It didn't matter, right? Whereas at conventions we're like, nope, doors close at 5. You have to be done.
We had to be done.
Right?
Yeah. No, we had no leeway or whatever, right? As if the rounds or the matches went any longer, right? So it was kind of like, hey, we had to stick by that strict time frame. The cost too on top of it, right?
Yes.
So I don't know what it cost to play Dragon's World. What was it?
So Dragon's World was $20 for the event.
Okay.
We
actually had to pay $40 at last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was $40 US to play in the circuit. So so the variation. Now for the Anime North one, I only charged players $10.
Right.
Because of the cost of the ticket to get into the convention, right?
So Dragon World was $20. You got a raise pack, the circuit promo, and then an OP pack.
Okay.
So there was some additional stuff there as well, but I think there's just a lot to learn from, like as far as like structuring goes, as far as like keeping the circuits consistent, like if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
It just needs to be detailed down.
Yeah, I think a little bit more outline for it, right? So basically would have to be in place. Now I know for sure 100% with the experience of running the circuit event at Anime, we're not going to run it at Anime. We'll probably run it here at Heads or Tails Gaming rather than a convention. We definitely have tons of space to accommodate it. Just to eliminate, like I'll still run events for Genesis, obviously. But I mean, it's
because you're still there.
A circuit. Now, I mean, this was the full-fledged year of running circuit events, right? Now, so I mean, when they first tried this, COVID hit, right? So I mean,
they didn't have that learning opportunity, right?
Yeah,
so this is technically the first time,
right?
full year, like
more or less.
So we have a few messages in chat.
Yep, let's hear.
Ben Yen, who says Anime North was very busy and they would have loved a smaller venue. Maybe next year, assuming there are more circuits, they could perhaps we could support a community hall or a Legion or something.
Yeah, that'd be a possibility, but then you're looking at the actual cost of the venue, right? So it would have to be incorporated into the entry, I think, on top of that.
Yeah.
Which
having to move
could make,
tables and
could make
chairs
the
and
entry. I think a
everything.
local
store, I think is, if the local store can have the space, I think.
And look at the
good.
turnout as well, right? So a lot of people, I think, got deterred from coming to, say, the conventions like Origins and
Animes, Gen Con, unless
Gen
they're
Con and
already
stuff like
going
that.
there. Right?
Yeah, unless they had already planned on it, but to fork over the money to get a ticket to get into the convention, plus pay for an event on top of it, and you're not going to get a chance to really enjoy the rest of the convention on top of it
because your event takes so long. Yeah.
You're stuck to just playing.
So because you pay your day fee or whatever, which is supposed to get you all throughout all the everything,
the entire
right?
convention,
and you're just spending in that one spot. So.
Yeah,
I think that's good feedback.
Which can also take the focus off of the player, right? They're wanting to experience the actual convention. It's like I want to go and do some shopping, see the other scenery and the events, but they can't because they're stuck there playing.
Yeah.
Mind you, myself, I wouldn't really care because it's Genesis, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like, and then their focus isn't really on the game as much either.
Yeah,
right?
and
So like, there's all those factors you gotta take into consideration too on top of it.
But it's like you say, first year. I'm definitely excited to see what they've learned and how they adjust or what they do next year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know any of that. Hopefully, we'll find out eventually. But I mean, if there's circuits next year, I plan on being in a lot more.
Yep. Oh yeah, me too, 100%. Yeah. Like well, I mean, store-wise, it's
which
is why I missed Dragon's
family-wise,
World, right? I would have loved to have gone to play in that one.
Do you have a response to Tiger?
Let's talk about competition.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the timelines. What do we see? Like I know Jason Greenberg. Congratulations to you. Like he's played here at Heads or Tails, and we've got to become friends through the community and whatnot. His Idris though.
Yeah, it's really good. Like
So,
he's been playing Idris for a while now.
He
right?
has.
So he really
knows how to play it.
How to play it just really well. So he has made some adjustments from sort of the last time I had seen it. So brought in some of those energy cards, right? We saw the volley of arrows. We saw the malefic impalements, and he's got a little bit more on the lower end to allow for those higher end cheat cards, right? So, we saw a lot of Thymos and Axon.
Thymos Axon.
Yeah.
So Kato
and
Kareen.
Kareens. There was I think like 3 or 4 Katos and like 3 or 4 Kareens. So a lot of that pairing out there. A bunch of Nubias, a bunch of Idrises.
Kato, he's our man. He can't do it.
Mickey can.
Yeah, Will can. Yeah.
Yeah, Will can.
So so that was really cool that we're seeing some of those new champions come out. Didn't see very many I don't think I saw any vampires. So no Sarah, no Kasha, no Shuns. No Iblis, I think there was a couple Altas.
Now, do you think that that's because people aren't really experimenting with them and trying them out and playtesting them as much as like players just focusing on, hey, this is what everybody else is playing in the meta kind of thing, let's just stick with that?
I think so. I think it's a bit of a response to what they're expecting people to bring, right?
Okay.
Like I know Steve, who plays from Dragon World, he brought Malik because he was expecting a lot of Nubia and Idris, right?
Yeah.
And Malik's got a lot of health, right?
Yeah.
Now, it ended up he didn't have a good day. It was bad matchups, bad draws, all those things that happen in a circuit. But I think people are comfortable with Axon because of the draw power. And they're just basically putting whatever color, right? Green, blue, yellow.
Yeah.
Right?
Vellum Axon.
There were a couple of Basins that I saw were doing really well, but
Bazin,
whatever you want to say.
Basin.
Basil.
But again, I think people are very comfortable. They've found that Axon is very good, and they're just mixing in whatever color they like to make that come out. I don't know. I think my personal reflection on this vampires is that they may be just a little bit on the weaker side, just in general in the stats. Or like in the case of Sarah, with all that aura, maybe the Phage cards really aren't supporting what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
We'll maybe see what happens.
I tried both. Like Cam and I, my son, we were working on both the vampires. We were really testing out Kasha a lot, right? Especially with Rogue Tornado. Did not work as successfully.
Well, he tried to make Sarah.
Yes,
Deck
tried
Sarah.
Sarah.
He tried Sarah.
Yeah, it just wasn't handing out as much. I don't know if we didn't test it enough or whatnot, but who knows?
Hang on, because I didn't get to pitch in for the convention conversation there.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed it.
Sure.
You moved on so quickly. You were
You're
like,
gonna
hang on, go.
It looks like you're poking Will in the face. He's getting scared of you.
Sorry.
So
No, I
no point in
won't
your
do
dad.
that.
There's no point in
Okay, if I were to go to a convention to play in a tournament like that, I think I'd get the weekend one. As more expensive as it is, I'd probably get the weekend one to go.
Okay.
So you could have your Friday and your
So then
Sunday.
you'd have your Friday and your Sunday to then play for the Saturday.
If that's offered at a
If that's-
convention.
If that is,
Sometimes
yeah,
it's
sometimes
not,
it isn't. But in the case of Anime North, that's personally what I would have done. I mean, money-wise, I don't know how much it was. It is more
It is a
expensive
lot
than
more
it
But
is.
you have to pay for the entry into the tournament on top of
Yeah,
it too, right?
yeah.
So, which is I think running a circuit event is demanding on a player, right? So
Yeah, it was a lot that weekend.
But what if they can't afford the ticket to get in, right? And they just want to play like in the circuit and be a part of it and experience it, but they have to fork over that extra money per convention that they're not really going to have a chance to experience.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I was grateful I was working. I got to go around.
If I get the opportunity again, and I'm hoping I do, to run a circuit event, it would probably be just in the stores. That makes sense.
Yeah. That weekend was nuts. There was so many people coming in and out, and then it was like trying to run the circuit while also trying to price out cards at the same time, and it was something else.
Well, being an organizer, it's like 10 times heavier on me, right? Running around,
around,
watching the booth, doing the sales, etc.
Because you know everything.
And running
we're
the
just
actual
kind of like, hey.
on top of it. Right?
Yeah, we had to keep calling this guy, being like, "What's this one again?" And then we'd have to like turn around and like squint.
I felt like I had no arms and legs because they all got pulled off. By the end of that weekend, it was just.
You know those medieval things
insane.
where they tie you to that bed and then they stretch out your arms and legs? Yeah, that's what happened to you there. Except they didn't stretch.
I've recovered. I'm alright. I'm alright. Let's talk about comparison between J2.
still on the same topic of halls and venues.
Okay.
They say, I'm kind of thinking I would rather pay more for entry to support a hall or local LGS than pay entry to a convention.
Yeah.
I won't see because I'm busy.
Exactly. Well, that's the point we're trying to get across, right? Like, it would be a little bit easier on a player, right, to have it at a local store or a smaller venue rather than having it at a.
Now, when I mentioned getting the weekend pass on top of like paying to play in a tournament, that's personally what I would do if I had the money for it. Of course, yeah. Like, I mean,
if you were forced to do it, and you really, really wanted to play.
Yeah. It's like, again, that's what I would do personally. Like, not everyone has, the money to be able to, get, the weekend pass or, stuff like that, right? Some people even just want to go in for the one day to just play in a tournament. That's okay too, right? It's like, but yeah, it's a lot to get a pass for these conventions. I totally understand what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so much, and then you go in, you play in the tournament, and you leave. It's like.
So back to my question.
Okay.
Let's talk J2 versus Origins.
Right.
All right. Now, throughout the day when you were playing, how much variations did you see? Like, as opposed to were a lot of players playing more of Origins than what they were of J2, or was it a mixture, kind of an even thing, or
He goes
was it
J2 and Origins, and I'm like, was there not a set in between those? But I was thinking of Kickstarter. That's why I thought there was a set in between.
So I would say there was a mixture. There was some decks, you could tell people were definitely started with Origins, so all they knew was Origins, and there were some people's decks that were like, they've been playing for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things I saw in some of the Discord communities was, someone made a comment, how do I get more pressure points? Because it seemed to be seeing a lot of pressure points, right?
pressure points back?
And
Yeah.
some of the responses was, well, that's just the Ontario meta.
The Ontario meta.
And I mean, it's right. Like you go into the States, they don't have access to pressure points as much.
They don't.
Only through OP, right? So they don't play that card much, or they don't think about putting that in, or maybe only a few people have that card. So yeah, there is a lot of difference and a lot of variance, but there's still some very good original cards, right? So those things that aren't going
here. Time to end the stream. He says, "Sorry, I'm late. Did I miss Will complaining about Epiphany yet?"
No.
No.
Ben Yent says the price is right on pressure points.
Yeah, no, pressure point caught me off guard at Lost Star.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, because I played pressure point to stop them, and then they played it right back at me, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it kind of caught me off guard. It's like, oh my god, it's like having it used against me wasn't expected.
Yeah.
So
I think champions, we're still seeing Idris Nubia. We didn't see there was Coons there, but there was no Coon in the top 8.
right.
Or there might have been one.
Could Coon be a thing of the past?
Potentially, right?
Could be. Who knows?
But we did see, for new champions, Kato's Kareens were definitely making that push.
Yeah.
Right? They were definitely getting in there with that Axon Thymos card pool, right?
Yeah. What about, say, some of the other ones like Evilus,
I haven't
Alta?
seen
No
those
one's
played.
So Alta, I saw some great games with Alta, like Alta Millipedes.
Yeah.
And saw them doing well, but then they didn't look like they made it to the top 8.
So, yeah, it all depends on the build, too, what they're putting in the timeline, what they're drawing at any given point. That's the way Genesis works. It's could be anybody's game.
And if it's one of those situations where they are all Origins,
Just like Will playing Nubia.
they are all Origins, right?
Yeah.
They may be missing some of the powerful blue cards from before Origins that could really help out that Alta deck, right?
Right, exactly.
I've seen Alta be played a lot more than Evilus. Like when.
Iblis is a hard build. Like Iblis is probably one of the most challenging.
What are
to
colors?
pilot
Yellow,
decks.
green.
Yellow, green.
There's your issue. Yeah,
Vellum
it's
Phage,
like
yeah.
they. Like kind of
With no energy reduction, it's very
No
difficult.
energy
Yeah.
reduction, not a whole heck of a lot of aura either.
What's her health?
26, but she has the damage reduction, right? So her whole thing is like a different way of looking at Genesis.
Ben Yen on Alta. I thought there would be more Alta. It feels like like the new champion people would like. She can support the expensive phage cards.
Well, I've seen a lot of Alta be played, and
Probably the
it
most.
was like, I didn't see her become more popular until later though. When the set first came out, it was like, everyone was like, okay, green, yeah, like people were excited about it, but then they started to like, you know, doubt it right before it came out. I noticed some people were like, green, okay, and then it came out and they're like, whoa, hang on.
Like Phage,
And then they
don't get me wrong,
stopped.
Phage has a lot of really good, powerful cards, but I think the issue right now is the champions, right, and what their resources are, what their secondary is, that are really affecting them being used a lot, right? So maybe it's not as appealing or not as effective, right, or not as resourceful to be in the competitive scene just yet, right? So
The big story though out of Dragon Ball was that Odara made the top 8.
Odara, yeah.
That was something because we were watching it, and
yeah.
Dad's like, "Did I hear that right?"
Odara
Because
made
of
the top 8.
Odara
Yeah.
was meant.
Now Odara ran up against Idris in the first round, and then kind of, I mean, Idris just fireballs and takes care of Odara pretty quick. But I still think kudos to Ben, who was running it. He played fantastic, and you have to with Odara, because there's definitely some weakness on the champion side, but he was able to highlight that spur-on ability and skill as well. So.
Be interesting. I have to go back and actually watch some of. Well, I don't know if any of his matches were.
Yeah, so
streamed or
Joey's thing caught the top 8 match of his.
Of his?
Of Odara's.
Of Odara?
versus
Okay, I'll have to go back and watch that and see how it was played. But yeah, I know. Just never would have thought.
Yeah, no, I was shocked too.
But we hack on Odara so much that she would never ever see competitive play. But yeah, kudos to Ben for bringing it and making it work, right? So
I think one of the, well, kind of funny things, right, when Origins came out was everyone knowing that Red Blue was coming out, and then they were like, oh my god, that's going to be really powerful, and then it came out and they're like, wait a minute. Because like some people got some really good builds out of it, but then other people were like, how are you going to do this? And it was like, it just kind of turned, and it was like, and it was
Well,
iffy.
I mean, if you look, the two champions are very close, right? Like, their stats are very similar, just a few subtle differences. And I think Haunted Castle Gaming played it a little bit safe with the first turn of Blue and Axon and Thymos. The champions, they sort of made, I'm not sure they held back, but they just sort of, they were aware of what the two card pools could
do together.
So they, so in its first outing, I think they did a good job of sort of keeping the reins, and we'll see what happens.
Keeping it at bay a little bit. However, there are some really, really amazing builds, and both champions on their own have really amazing abilities, right? Like, I mean, it just all depends on how you build those two timelines and how you use them effectively, right? So, like, I love Kato as a champion. Like, his ability is so amazing, especially when I had to face, I played against Sid's build, and he used my own traps. Like, I was testing out a trap deck or whatever, and he actually used them against me with Kato's ability of throwing me back on my own traps.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous, and I had no safe haven from it, and just totally annihilated me. But and then Kareen on top of it, being able to readjust, right? It's a step back to Kato. It doesn't exert a fun. You can do that as often as you want, right? As long as you have the resources to do it. But Kareen, the readjust to gain an ability and an awareness of something she discards, is just absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, I know you've experimented with it. You've built some pretty good builds on Kareen.
There's a lot out there. Like Kareen, like it's so easy to build different versions of Kareen, right? Because it's like you can do. You know, you can focus on the readjustability, or you can focus on the 2 energy, or you can focus on, you know, some summons or some mixture of it. So it's pretty cool. I have to say, like the Kato that made the top 8, the sort of was running the Ajna Tigers and Brooks, and the Blitz package with Kato was a very strong deck, and he did it really well for just being a new player. So even that told me that, you know, Kato has some real power behind it.
He does.
Jeff Casino in chat. I love the idea of Alta, but honestly haven't stepped out of my Coon comfort zone.
Coon comfort zone. Yeah, a lot of people still looking at Coon. We still see it played here a lot at the store, but I don't know. I just.
Is there another comment there from Ben?
It's hard to say.
Yes,
It's hard to
another
say.
comment
Jeff
from Ben.
Jeff also
saying,
has to get out of his comfort zone of playing other cards other than 5Gs.
Brooke holds up.
Other than 5Gs, yeah.
Jeff likes his 5G only decks. Makes the math nice and easy for him.
It's like, oh, I don't have to add this up. I have 50 cards.
Just 50 cards.
50 cards are all 5G. Good to go. Let's play.
Let's go.
Easy.
One of these days, he's going to put the right sequence of 50 cards in, and it's going to be a good deck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great 5G
You
cards.
never know. There are. Well, 6s and 4s even too, right? Some amazing decks
Whoa,
are built.
6s and 4s? That's not for Jeff.
Oh, it's not for
That's not for Jeff.
Okay.
Only 5s.
Predictions for so we've been beckoned, right?
Jeff Pasito.
Continuing
Here
on
we go.
here, going off on Will. Hold up, there's other Chi cards? I thought they were all just 5. We can never figure out why they
There's a
bothered
2,
listing
Jeff.
it.
There's a 2 Chi. You gotta find it
You gotta
though. You
find
gotta
it.
find the 2 Chi.
You know, Steve,
Oh,
50 quick.
you got me there.
That's where it's at.
50 quicksands, yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah, you just wait it out 8 turns, and then the quicksand's gone. So we have been beckoned. Do we have the date there, Kenny? For it?
November 19th and 20th.
November 19th and 20th.
20th.
Toronto.
2 days.
There it is.
It's
There it
on.
is. There it is.
Do you want me to show this on stream?
Sure, yeah, 100%.
2 days. I'm
2
excited.
days.
2-day event.
No. 2 days. The event is 2 days.
Yeah, 2-day event. Yes.
I was gonna say this weekend. We're busy this weekend. Hang
Yeah,
on.
right. Thank
You
God
have a
it's
month and a bit.
Yeah,
A
just
month and a
over
bit.
just over a month away in Toronto again, of course. 2-day event, Swiss rounds all on the first day, with some side events. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
from what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
And then the second day it is the top 16, and single elimination with a ton of other side events as well.
Jeff Pasito says you
Oh.
will be there too. Not sure if that's a selling feature or it's going to make people stay away.
Just gonna be at
when
the
you say,
championship?
well, when he's saying that, all he plays is 5 Gs. I think, yeah. Oh, pair me up with Jeff. Pair me up with Jeff. Pair me up with
He's
Jeff.
saying he's hoping to lose out on Saturdays so he can be behind a table Sunday.
Here's the challenge. He's got to cosplay himself as a chibi.
There you go.
Come in with that big giant head.
I always felt like Jeff could pull off the Weird Al look.
The Weird Al look.
Oh, for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It's
god.
almost too easy.
Because he's got the ringlet. Yeah,
Yeah.
from Amish Paradise.
Just needs,
that song.
just needs a banjo and then you're good to go.
Borrow Kenny's.
I
Squirrel
can
Kenny's.
provide
Yeah.
you a
No,
banjo,
the,
Jeff.
Kenny can buy
not banjo. What did he play? The accordion.
Yeah, the accordion.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what Weird Al plays.
Those
The
are two
polka music.
totally different instruments.
Right? They are.
Banjo?
You're not wrong.
Accordion.
They still make noise. Anyway,
To be.
championship.
Okay.
Um,
What are you bringing?
what am I bringing?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you bringing?
I don't know.
You don't know. What are you bringing? Yeah, everybody's at this point is kind of keeping it all hush hush and secret, right? Like, not 100% sure.
Still time.
There's still a lot of time. We have a month left. With Origins hitting too, with people being able to get a stronger card pool. You think it'll be a new champion or an old one? Coming up on top.
I could see either. There's a couple of new champions I think could really take it, but I know Nubia and Idris are still super strong.
Super strong.
Holding on to that top of the meta there. Very
When
well.
does retail drop?
We've never really seen up until this past weekend Idris coming up as number one.
As number one, yeah.
As number one in a major event,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, this is kind of a bit of a surprise that Idris actually went over that threshold in hitting the top set, right? The top position above Nubia.
Malefic
and above-
Impalement It's one of the cards I knew from the beginning. It's going to be a huge difference maker for any Chaos champion, right?
Yeah.
Gelman is a fantastic card.
It is, but it's easily chronoed out of or decoyed out of, right?
Yeah,
And,
you can decoy out of it.
So going into, like, I know you guys had touched base on this last night, on Tuesday night for exploring the libraries, evasion. Right? Like, evasion is so important in the game, but, like, where is the set point as far as building your timeline? How much evasion? How much,
That's the big question.
you know, damage cards? How much summons are you actually putting in?
So we weren't able to get like into like the weeds about, you know, evasion, but what I was trying to sort of get across is that there are degrees of evasion cards, and some are extremely powerful, and some are like you just need to have this even if it's not powerful, right?
Right.
But you know, take Jason's Idris deck had very little evasion because he just wanted to draw all the power.
Yeah.
Knowing that, if I had known that, right, you could have adjusted it and just gone full in because you have very little chance of actually avoiding the damage.
Yep.
Whereas if you have more evasion, maybe you're not drawing what you need to win, but you're not also losing, right? Like it's a really hard toss-up.
Yeah.
And when you have Chrono Walker, it's everything. It's movement, it's a body, it's evasion.
I put that in the chat there on Tuesday night. And it's like Chrono equals everything, right? Like it's
everything.
Yeah, between movement, evasion, you have a summon at the end of it. Yeah, absolutely amazing card. One thing I want to jump over that for a second.
Yep.
A lot of people forget is damage prevention outside of evasion, right? Like outside of decoy, say decoy rabbit, chrono, etc., etc. What other cards do we have to stop?
So evasion is like movement or being able to dodge out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like chrono,
Chrono,
you
the
switch
switch toy,
Yeah.
or like
Decoy
diving.
rabbit.
I just never heard that been said.
Yeah, it's kind of like an umbrella term that takes care of anything that makes sure that damage doesn't hit you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but there's that little side
Side,
side branch that's coming off that's just damage prevention,
yeah.
right? So you're not going to be taking a hit, or it's reducing the amount of damage that you're going to take. So we've seen some amazing cards come out in Origins, such as Protective Barrier,
Protected by Faith.
Protected by Faith. You got Hollow Grounds got reprinted.
Mystic Protection.
Mystic Protection as well. So it's like people aren't playing those as heavily anymore, right? Like, why is that? Do you think?
I think it's just because some of the really good ones are in the best slot, right? So
Yeah.
Holy Wall, Mystic Protections, and Protective Barrier are in your 5, 6, and 7 G slot, right? So that's where a big portion of people's decks are, you know, Baruchs, Bolt Shots, Chrono Walkers, Called Shots, Alims, right? Giant Scorpions. There's a whole bunch of really great cards that people want to shove into those spots, right? But if you were to maybe adjust and find some lower end or find some higher end and use some different creatures, you could bring in that really
More of
good
those.
evasion.
Yeah.
So some
It's
people
about balancing, right?
yeah, a lot of people brought in evasion,
Yeah.
but they're only bringing in, like, I saw one person brought in 3 mystical protections off the sideboard.
Okay.
And, like, you're bringing in 3 cards in your deck at 50, your chances of actually seeing
Seeing
that card
those are lower.
is a lot lower, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you really want it, you need to bring, like, 5 or 6, maybe not all of one, but maybe a variation.
A variation of them, yeah, exactly. Or the combo cards too, right, where they do 2 things, right?
Yeah.
Like I know Protected by Faith is seeing a lot of popularity here locally or whatnot, but that modifier, right? So it's like trying to get to that modified stage where no damage is dealt, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like hitting that target makes it very technical, right?
Yes.
So, and if you can't hit that modified, then is it really worth playing it, right? So to speak. So people may not look at it as being that great of a card, where as it is, right? Like you can yourself build to that stack. You can just to stop all the damage, right? And then as the stack unfolds, you're getting all that extra stuff, right? So on top of it. So
Even Skeleton says he really likes Protected by Faith.
yes, yeah, we were just saying that.
Scheming. Great conversational piece, Jordan. Passports are processing. Yeah, hopefully it gets done.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric was also hoping that his gets done too. So, but
Which one?
just U.S. passports are taking a long time to process.
To make it up here.
And some people don't always have a valid passport at all times, right? So trying to scramble and get that when you know there's a deadline can be frustrating.
Well, we can always send you down there, and you can bring them back up in your car.
Sure. Yeah.
Hide them in the trunk
Hide
or
'em in the
something like
trunk.
that. Yeah. Why not? But yeah. Or either that, dress them up like us, and we'll give you our passports.
There you go.
And then you can bring them out. Yeah, stuff like that. We're not actually going to do that. It's illegal. Just for the sake of stating it.
Yeah, please, YouTube, don't demonetize us for this. We're kidding. Completely. Don't kill us.
They're not kidding.
No, we are.
We are.
All right.
Anyway, so are you excited for the championship?
Of course. Yeah. I'm excited.
You excited? Yep. You still didn't give an answer. Predictions for who's coming up on top?
I have to give an actual prediction?
Yeah. I want to hear it.
But what if my prediction gives away who I'm playing?
Reach into the back. Oh, his prediction. He thinks he's going to win.
Well, second place probably.
Oh,
I don't know.
So, all right. Old champion.
Nubia.
I'm gonna go with Nubia.
Ah!
Old champion, you. Okay.
New champion. I'm going to have to give it to
Kato. You say Kato for me. Really?
I think.
He says new, and I start thinking of all the old champions for some reason.
Well,
It's
we're
like
saying
my
we're
brain just
like
tapped out.
You're looking at like all the previously released championships compared to the newer ones, right? That's why he's saying old and new. Right?
Well, no,
maybe
because
Tashir. Like I think we didn't.
I think
see
Tashir. Oh, let's talk about Tashir for a second. Tashir's gonna get shut down so bad if anybody is running Bellum. Just make sure you have a dense fall.
No,
Right?
I
It
started.
shuts down Tashir completely.
I just started thinking of the old one because I was trying to guess who he was gonna say, right? And so when he was like, oh, old champion, I was like, Nubia. He's like, yeah, Nubia. And then you're like, new, and then he starts thinking. The first person that popped in my mind was Odara, and then the second one was Kuhn, and it's like those are old ones.
Like, why do we have
It's
to?
duplicated. Sorry, you can see your chat.
You guys didn't hear what I said.
Sorry.
It's distracting. The guy,
Yeah,
the guy in
Kenny's
the
like-
chair is being a distraction.
Like our tech guy's like messing around with the screens. Anyway,
No, because when he was making a prediction for who's gonna win. He was like old champion, and I said Nubia, and he's like, yeah, Nubia. And then you were like new one, and he's thinking, and I'm like, Odara. Wait, no, that's an old one. Kuhn. No, that's an old one too. Hang on, wait a minute. I couldn't think of the new champions. It's like, my brain was
There's not a
going
lot.
dead.
There's a lot.
there's a lot. I
of
mean,
new
we
ones.
we
We
now
got
have
12 of them.
what 24?
24 champions.
24 champions. It's a lot.
Yes, Jeff. Oni is legal, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay, 25
You get
champions.
pretty
We got
close.
25
We have
champions.
25
We
champions. Thanks,
saw
Jeff.
Odara make top 8. Maybe Oni's next.
Can we try this?
Build your Oni deck, and then play it as Essa. All red, and you'll be better. You'll be good.
Who's her other color?
Who?
That's it. It's Greek.
Green.
Ah,
She's
red
Thymos
green.
Fate.
Ah, alright.
Red green. For me, old champion. I have to agree with you on Nubia. I just her draw is that draw, right? 100%. However, I don't know something. I'm just going off of this gut feeling.
Okay.
A little bit of a gut feel. Like I think we
I
might be
believe gut
taken
feelings.
surprised by
Vampires.
no Fong.
Oh, the dragon guy.
No, that's Long. Fong is
Oh, right, the other one, the
sister.
sister. Yes, he
Yeah.
was one of them.
If I think if it could take us by surprise. It's interesting. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
There's some great cards on the bottom
Yeah.
end, right? That Origins brought in with the 4 cheese and the 5 slots for those
I haven't
colors. So.
seen her be played in so long. Like, even Erica.
I saw a couple things at Dragon World.
Really?
Yeah, with the new Origins cards, her Fire Shield really comes in clutch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen really
Like she still
anyone
has that
play
2
long
energy
in
reduction.
Erica.
Like I
though.
know a lot of people take a look at Tashir because of the ranged attack that she has and whatnot, and it has the same amount. The only issue with Fong is not as much aura.
Yeah,
right?
the aura pools are it's low. You do have to kind of get in close, but that's usually not a problem now with some of the
new Famous cards, right? So,
Yeah, Long and Erica I haven't seen like at all. The two
Long
of them.
is a tough go because you have to play very defensive because you have to be very, very keyed in on what you're spending and when you're spending. You have very limited resources involved.
Do you think people don't play Erica because she's so low health?
Yes. 18 health is very
18
low.
health is so low, which
built
is the
her
reason
well.
why I think Bazin is not getting as much recognition as
He
we
only
thought
has
he
18
would.
too?
He only has 18 health. Yeah, he's more or less the Kendra of Origins, right?
She had 18 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the exact same stats actually.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, really?
150 aura and 18 health.
Wow. Or a heavy,
And
but
in
wow,
the
the
same
health
color.
sucks.
The only thing that Bazin really has for him is that he can summon on
The diagonal.
The angle.
the angles, right? Which in the long run, I mean, against an AoE deck, he just fails miserably because the health is so low. And you look at all the life gain spells are coming out of Vellum, mostly, right? Which he doesn't even have access to. So what kind of life gain do you have in Axon, in Chaos? Pretty much none.
None?
Well, I
just
mean,
drains.
most of it's drain, but then he doesn't have any energy reduction to be able to play those high energy cost cards from Chaos to gain life, right? So such as like Vampire Kiss, he can rely on Bite a little bit, but even still in the long run isn't enough. Probably not. But I don't know. New champion. Alta.
I knew you were
choose
going to
Alta.
say her.
Yeah.
I knew
I
it.
think Alta would come up on top over any of the other newer champions.
She's seen some
Solid.
really good builds.
Solid
yeah.
champion.
She's good.
Decent resources, decent health,
Aura's
and
good.
the movability of Axon, draw of Axon, and then the powerhouse summons from Phage, right? Such as you
The
got
millipede is disgusting.
Winged Elate, which is
That's good.
yours in Cam's decks more or less from Waystar. So super, super great. It's just a matter of how it's played properly, and your draw on top of it. As well.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Jad
Okay.
Pasito, wondering if you're going to be playing Alta this year's championship.
Who?
You.
Me?
You.
Me directly? Am I playing Alta? Don't know.
Who are you playing?
That's a big question mark. We don't know yet. What are you playing, Jeff?
What are you playing?
Yeah, tell us.
He keeps saying Oni.
I actually messaged a Sid months ago and asked if I could help out the championship.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
may
like,
not
we'll talk
actually
about that later. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So your predictions?
I haven't
New and old.
talked to him yet.
Who do you think?
A new one?
Oh, sorry. Swiftface? Yep.
No. I think I'm with Dad, probably Alta. Yeah, just because I've seen some really good stuff for her. Aside from other people. Like, don't get me wrong, people have done good builds for other champions, but it's like the main one that I've seen is Alta. Old one? Yeah, that was hard to say too.
Genesis BOC says the Queen does need your help again this year, Mack-Attack.
There you go.
But did he actually write that?
No, he put Mack-Attack.
Oh.
So yes, he did actually write that.
He wrote it properly.
I was gonna say no because he wrote it instead of the capital. I had dash in between it because I complained about it last time.
So there you go. You
I
will
don't
be
know.
open out.
Yeah, I was
the
like,
championship.
yay!
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited about that. Thank you. I am. I'm very excited about
So
that.
you have an old champion?
Old champion.
Okay. I'm with Will on the Nubia
I
because
said Nubia.
she's got some good stuff. You did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
What if? What if?
Kendra made it on top.
Absolutely not. Someone just like, it's like Kendra,
Rain?
you're playing who? No. What if Raha comes on top again?
Raha.
Yeah.
That would be your surprise to see Raha come back up on top.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would be surprised if
I
I'd
would
be a-
be. That
be a
that
little
would
bit
be a shocker. That would be.
I think there's too much support from Origins
Kill the stag.
for Raha to make it.
Yeah. Done two.
To be honest,
End of rounds.
Yeah.
just not enough aura.
Mhm.
Where she really lacks. She does have the 1 energy reduction, decent health, but just lacks the aura.
Yeah, if anyone has a Raha deck, I would implore them to try not in the exact same build. Don't change anything.
Yeah.
because the 2 damage is still the same forward, like the 2 forward, you still use that, and the extra aura pool could really help in that.
Yeah, a lot of times you don't really use Raha's secondary to do 1 damage to everything in the awareness because very rare that you have a good setup, and even 1 damage isn't enough to wipe out a 1/1, but not a lot of people.
Okay, I got a question now.
Yeah.
Because I just saw this. Do you think we're gonna? I don't know how hard this is gonna be for you guys to answer, but I have no idea. Do you think we're gonna see more new champions being played, or more of the old ones being played?
I'm on the fence. I think it's going to be like a 50-50. I think it's going to be a good split.
You think so?
I think Origins is getting, the more Origins is out, the more new champions we're seeing.
Yes.
So I think that tells us that we'll see a good mixture of both.
I think so too. I think we won't see as many of the older ones. There'll be a small.
The ones that are played will be all the same ones.
Yeah, yeah, more or less.
More or less.
So it'll probably be the main 3, Nubia.
I have a prediction.
Aegis,
Some of the
Ally.
new ones that won't be played either, but
yes.
I mean,
Well, there's a small handful from each that we've all noticed that are very good and powerful, such as the main 3 or 4 from the old ones being your Nubia, your Aegis, your Malik, your Raha, and then from the new ones, well, it's mainly your Alta, and then there's like Tashir, yeah, Kiddo, and then there was another one that was mentioned there. I forget.
Cream?
Yes, that one. Right, so it's like, I feel like those ones will be seen a lot more.
it's kind of tunneled, right? So we have here's your pool, and it's just gonna go like this, right?
Yeah, it's gonna
gonna narrow down, and it's only certain ones are gonna be being played competitively, anyways, for the championship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm super excited about it. And we're gonna open it. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this guy's like.
Before we
itching.
go, because I had a joke about this, except totally forgot. When does this release again?
According to the website, it says October 14th. It should be in stores by October 14th.
Distribution.
My main distributor said the 21st, but it's what they were given as far as a release date. But
Okay, so if it does get released the 14th, I can just picture how many people are gonna be booking it to like bulk buy to then rush to build their decks.
to bulk buy.
What's bulk?
Bulk buy.
Like
Just buy
buy
a bunch
bulk?
of
Bunch
it,
of
like
bulk?
a bunch of
yeah.
it together.
Oh, okay.
You're bulk buying.
Bulk buy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was a store or something.
Bulk barn.
Bulk barn is
yeah,
a
that's
store.
it.
No, you go
Sour
in-
keys, yeah.
Yeah.
Beer nuts, beer nuts. Here we go.
All my frogs, candy corns.
So, so they made the announcement already. The champion. It's all on the www.genesisbattlechampions.com website. Definitely want to check out all the information of the upcoming championship. They did announce some of the prizing, which blew my mind away when I first seen it. When they made the announcement. So top 16, or sorry, actually just for entering, right?
Just for entering,
this is just for entering. So Kenny's going to put it up there on the screen. We've got the Malefic Impalement, right? So this card is already starting to get an iconic status for Chaos. Absolutely amazing card. However, full art, the artwork on it, yeah.
Is that like
and I like that they're going with an actual like stamping or what's if we're going off this image. We can actually see, like, we're actually getting the championship right onto the card.
Yes.
Right? It's not just in the bottom anymore. It's actually going to be very specific. Like, this is a championship.
right in the front?
There's just one little small issue, and I think you guys had already touched base on it, but at the very bottom it says Championship 2023.
The images
Oh my
were
goodness.
caught. It was caught before that.
Okay.
They haven't been printed that
They
way.
haven't been printed that way,
been
okay,
confirmed,
which
yeah.
is really good to know that. So it's like, yeah.
So it was fixed in the
It was
final
fixed.
printing?
It's just
Okay.
These images
These images are old images.
I didn't even notice that. So everyone's getting this when
So
they
that
Just,
enter?
just for coming to, like, participating, everybody's going to get one of
Just
these.
being
That's
at
awesome.
the championship.
Yeah.
That's a
So-
really good
and
artwork. I
That's not
love
for
that.
participating, just showing up.
Just showing
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
yeah.
Just
So
being
For
there.
participating in the championship.
Can you show the bottom of the card a little bit? There we go.
It's shown fully on the screen. This is just for you.
That's Dahlia, so we have to give credit to Dahlia for that artwork.
Dahlia's
Yeah.
artwork
Looks
is awesome.
amazing.
Absolutely amazing. So graphic, right?
Yeah,
Like-
it's definitely been a step up on the details.
giving that image of what's happening, right, in the arena, right, when you're battling and what that card could potentially do. Yeah, the artwork definitely suits it. Loving it, so I'm definitely looking forward to getting one of these. Top 16.
Nope.
Nope.
Players who are
Whose sword is that?
What's that?
the next one is for players who are in the tournament.
Who got the invitation?
Hang on. Whose sword is going?
That's
Whose is
Idris. That's Iblis's sword. Like that's Iblis
Yeah.
getting impaled by Satir's.
Oh, it's Satir. Oh, okay.
Satir's staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
going
cool.
through Iblis, and Iblis is.
Okay, so I thought Malefic was for just participating.
That's just for showing up.
Oh, just for showing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Participating in, you get the tsunami.
So we're gonna get the tsunami.
Oh,
Another iconic card. Prior to Origins, thank God it got reprinted.
Yeah.
Thank God.
One of the biggest ones needed.
Because it hadn't seen a print since beta. Super hard to get prior to. Yeah. So it didn't get printed in Welcome to J, Rays, or J2. So we hadn't seen it until the Kickstarter of Origins came, with the new artwork, obviously. But that thing is absolutely gorgeous as well. So this is for participating, so all the actual players in the championship.
The amount of conversation that we had about this card over who was standing in that photo was so funny.
Yeah.
Because we sat there for like, what, half an hour to an hour discussing this card, being like, who's in that photo? Because at first we all thought it was Raha.
Manat?
It's Manat. Because we were like, hang on a minute, because
No, it's Billy.
Billy.
It's Billy.
Billy, you're in Tsunami? That's you?
Billy doing the tsunami.
Wow, you look so graceful in that photo.
But it is Manat. It is Manat. I think we determined that it was
It
Manat.
was the promo photo.
Top 16.
No, it was the
What?
promo photo that we got that determined that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is
because-
the same artwork as that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No. It's the one with the funky little tentacle thingies coming
that's
out of the
right.
water, and then
Oh,
she's
the
facing
alternate art.
the altar.
Yeah. Top
that's Manat.
16.
Top 16 get a signed Iblis alt art, but it's not the full art from the set, which was what Kenny pointed out on Tuesday night.
Oh.
It's actually got the text and stuff this time.
Yes.
Right? So it is a different,
It's a different card.
different printing.
From the secret.
8 tigers, 8 chronos, 8
Yeah,
I just
it's
never
the
see
secret
any
art.
of them.
It's the secret art, but it actually has the
So one
text,
tiger.
and it's foiled, and it has the Sid's signature on it,
And it says
with an
promos.
authentication form or whatever tag.
Yeah,
to prove that it was his signature. Right? So.
Oh, that's what it's graded for. I thought it
Well,
was
it's not
graded.
graded. It's authenticated. His signature.
Yeah, that one.
Right.
Yeah,
Now,
So that's the top 16, top 8.
the main course.
This
I think it's beautiful.
This thing is gorgeous. Yeah, I saw
Oh
this.
my god.
Oh,
These sketch treatments that
yeah.
seem to be popping up everywhere. It's really cool.
So the extended artwork of Leslie's iconic bull shot from Alpha.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that looks so good.
Doesn't it? Like we had the full picture of Raha, this artwork, right? But now we're actually seeing that full bull shot coming out. This card is gorgeous. Like, we got to make top 8. We got to make top 8. Right?
Yeah, I need to add it to my bolt shot collection.
Exactly. So I had the opportunity. Well, Mack-Attack and I had the opportunity of meeting Leslie at Lost Star. Have a good night, Billy.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks for holding up the tsunami. So yeah, I got her to sign all my bull shots and everything there, and having the opportunity to meet her was absolutely amazing. Yeah. But yeah, so top 8, you gotta go for this one. And that's all that's been announced so far, I think, as far as pricing. So it's we have to stay tuned. Hopefully, in the near future, we're gonna get the rest of the pricing layout kind of thing as to what's to happen for the
I
championship.
can only assume that there's like a
Oh, gee.
top 4, top of the first place prize and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
Or like the circuit thing. I think it was actually announced before.
I think
Like
Alpha
the
Box.
new-
I think.
Yeah,
for first
numerical
place.
values for the first place all the way down.
Down, yeah.
So I think
Might
it's
have been.
double everything that was in the circuit, but don't quote me on that. So I think it's on the. It might be on Geo.
Might be.
Kenny?
Is it?
You fix it yet?
It's being worked on.
Still being worked on?
Yeah, we need to have a meeting and some discussions before we go too ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, box time. Woo!
Box time.
Let's open this box, and I'll take all the cards.
No.
He's got enough. I need more.
Okay, so if you tuned in last week, so there's new box toppers.
Ooh, that's right.
The 5 branders from Origins, all full art foils. If anybody can remember, and they have to put it in the chat, and we're going to give you, let's say 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes? It's a long time.
3 minutes is a long time, but it also prevents them from going back and watching that video. They can remember. You have 3 minutes. The first person to put up which brander foil we pulled out of last week's box, you will get not only that one, but you will get the one that we pulled from this box tonight. So we're doing a giveaway right here, right now. 3 minutes. First person that puts it up will get both
Kenny.
of the 2 branders. Kenny, you're
Wait.
not allowed
Damn it.
because you work for me.
Does that mean if
Anyways,
I guess
okay,
it,
go.
I get them because I can't remember this either? And I opened it.
No, because you're an employee.
Yeah, but
Look at everybody here is like trying to think.
oh my God, look at them all.
I know what it is.
Look at them.
Guys, don't you rewatch all of Steve's content over and over throughout the week?
You do? You do that? Wow, Will. Great supporter right here.
Jason Greenberg.
You also.
Jason Greenberg.
I can't
Rock
even
Crusher, I
remember
think.
who we
Was
pulled.
it a Rock Crusher?
You cheated.
He cheated.
Cheated. Hey, congratulations to Jason Greenberg. Yes.
History. Make
Was
sure
it
you
the
get
Rock
the brush.
Crusher?
The bird one?
It was
That was
the.
your answer?
I didn't write anything.
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not dog.
That's not hot
Oh,
dog.
it's not
Moosey
hot
Moose
dog.
hot
It's
dog.
Moosey
Moosey,
Moose.
that's
hot
my
dog.
son,
Oh,
Cam.
that's Cam.
That's Cam. It wasn't the bird one. No, it was the Rock Crusher. We did pull it.
Hey,
So,
Kim should be allowed
Jason-
that either. He was
Jason
You're
here.
gonna have to make a
Greenberg
special trip
steals
down
another
here
one again.
to the store to pick those up. You did send me money.
Jason says, Lava Rider MVP though. I English.
A bunch of people sent me money. What the heck? Nice.
He's
Did you
busy.
say he's
Let's
popular?
do this. Let's do this.
I am
You
not.
wanna open it?
I'm not
Oh,
popular.
I started it for you.
Do we have table cam? You started
I
it.
will swap
Oh,
over
shoot,
to the
yeah.
table cam.
Alright, we're up here. These three. Or this little bit there.
Here we go. Box
Can't
Not really
topper.
that much.
Actually, yeah. I don't wanna-
You're not getting my
Cards.
champions.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's your table. That's shaking.
It's our table. Here we go. What do we got?
We have to go through it this way? Yeah, we
Sure.
go this way.
Flip.
Is it upside down?
Ooh,
Yeah.
it is upside down
Yeah.
here.
Oh, Kenny, your
Way to
camera.
go.
I have it set up so.
So there you go,
can fire
Jason.
and
You're getting
croc.
the firing croc and the rock crusher. I'll be sure to have those for you next time you come
Ah,
in.
Here.
Here
And
and
Alta.
and Alta.
Two champions we've talked about tonight.
Exactly.
Oh,
Beautiful shiny Alta.
love that.
The shiny, shiny one.
Beautiful.
So what are we looking
shiny.
for in this box?
Promos.
Promos. Now our first box was a 100% failure on any of them. We pulled
no.
one foil, was not a promo. So,
and
however,
attack.
I could say the same thing.
I indeed cannot.
We open this whole box.
We're doing the box, man. Let's do it. We're just gonna go show the rares though, really quick.
Boom.
We're gonna do the fastest box opening ever.
Oh,
There's
I
mine.
got low blow.
I got.
Polyveros.
Low blow.
Traumophobia. Low blow.
Gotta smell them.
Got to smell them. Save my packs.
Hayam.
Hayam and Naja Cobra.
Terrible memories and cackling scavenger. Oh, I got launch.
Jason Greenberg says thank you, and that Idris Assad revealed on Tuesday looks insane.
Oh yes.
What?
We have one.
The full art.
The
foil
store
that
promo.
were. Yeah, one of the store promos that are in these boxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
got
we could get on the box.
that one and Inferno Crawler. I don't know how to. Oh, I got turkey chicken. I got turkey chicken.
Lots of the Hayams, lots of.
Volley of arrows. I pulled that
And
my
I
last
also
time.
pulled epic.
Epic firing croc.
Oh, there.
Nice. Jason Greenberg says, has anyone seen the Borderless anime yet?
That's
Yeah.
I don't think that's in this, is it?
No, it's the recycling.
That's the
Recycling
recycling program one.
I don't think we've put it in our recycling yet, have we?
No, I don't think so. Is it? Are they? I don't think they're available yet.
I think it's ready to go. Yeah.
Is it ready to go?
I think so, but I would have to. I don't. No one
Because
told me.
well,
it's
he didn't
not.
send me an updated list,
Oh.
right? So that's what I was waiting for because he told me he would send out an
Hey,
email
Dad.
stating it.
Whoa, what's going on?
We're in the
I feel like-
vortex.
I feel like I'm
We're in the vortex.
We're in the vortex.
Vortex. You're supposed to wheel around like in the vortex. Low blow.
I got caustic millipede, air soldier, and a coronavirus. I also pulled
Epic.
Kasha.
You pull an epic.
I did pull an epic.
Oh, wing delay, fire and crog. But I also got a
And
foil.
Foil, missing
Oh.
protection.
Very nice.
I pulled. Oh, did I not put them in? Did I fail at my one job? No, I put them in there.
Yeah, they're there.
Those guys.
Yeah, you're
Rock
the
Crusher
first
and Lava
ones.
Rider.
Oh, I just can't see.
You guys
for
just both pulled the
life
thingy.
of me.
Darren Bryans asks, is this a Crogbot?
Might be. That's what third
Right?
one we've seen so far.
Oh, really?
Well, we got the
Promos or bust? Promo or bust?
promo or buzz. Well, we gotta hope for a second foil now, or a god pack, basically.
Jason's Lava Riders.
And nobody's yelling out soup yet.
Soup!
Oh, yep. You only say it when you pull it.
Aw.
Wait,
Worm.
I will find my soup.
I got
Ah, there we go. Soup.
And natural
Soup.
cover. Soup. What? I haven't pulled the soup yet.
Hack me.
All my soups are packed.
Dude, I love soup.
Why are you so mean to me?
Good old pack smell.
I got taser face.
Electro Storms. Unit Pulse.
Nice. Soup. I got another one. Wing delay.
Caustic millipede and
Oh,
nullify.
she got a millipede. Nice. That's a good pack right there. Soup.
And it has taser face.
Pays your face.
Yeah, wait, what?
That sounds painful.
That does sound very painful.
Can't wait to see it.
There's an ongoing conversation about how Jeff needs to get back to work because he made fun of scheming skeletons.
Oh.
Yeah, Scheming Skeleton can't take a choke very well.
No.
Yeah,
Any,
really sad.
By the way, any
saying that
right, any
sarcastically?
right,
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say. I didn't
any
think
right
Jordan
hook
was
people
that
please
bad.
Put to the side for Jordan.
Okay, I'm very disappointed in myself
something
that
shiny
how
in
I
my
opened
pack.
this pack.
Oh, do you?
I don't know, I think so. But maybe that's just the light.
Yes.
Nothing.
Long man.
Look at the way I opened this.
No, just the light.
Just a light. Yeah. Tsunami. Tsunami.
Tsunami! Oh my god, I got Weasel.
I'm gonna Suicide Squad Weasel.
Jeff Facito says, "You guys are boring, Will. We're carrying on our own conversation for
I
entertainment.
got the coronavirus and the firing
Step up your
frog.
game, Will."
I have no comment.
You're
No
boring?
comment. He's calling you boring.
Yeah, come on, Will.
That's something.
Oh, I thought he was saying you
No,
guys are
Jeff was
boring,
saying-
Will. Like he was including me in his conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think we're boring?
Like, you guys are boring, Will.
Oh.
That's how I read it.
Oh, okay. He's selective reading.
Yeah. I can read context.
English.
Impalement and the least played card from that I've seen, Earth Fissure.
I
Alright,
got
call shot.
Rock Crusher. I got Bacteriophage. That's actually been my wallpaper.
Hey, don't
for
copy
years.
me.
What do you mean?
You got bacteriophage as well.
I also got a
And-
foiled air soldier.
And
Ooh, foil. That's two foils.
that's two foils in the
Good.
box.
Yep, there you go.
Means no god pack. And it's not a promo, and I got epic calculated assault.
Does that just mean we have to open a second box?
We don't have another one. This is it. We
Jeff
have to wait
Facito.
until they come in.
I will never be on the same side as you, Will. Even if I agree with you, I'll switch my very belief system just to contradict you.
Good. I wouldn't
I'd
expect
say that's
anything
my
less,
friends
Jeff.
too.
So
Oh, no,
somebody
Jeff,
did
he's
catch one of the
agreeing.
new promos, right, on stream. I heard it was a sit in
was
Germany,
there?
wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
On the topic. Malefic Impalement.
Yes.
And the Mute. Woo. And Kato.
And
Wow.
another. How many epics is that?
I'm offended.
This, I think 4 epics.
4? Okay.
4 epics, 2
Good
foils.
box. Good box.
It's a decent box.
Every
yeah.
pack I got, I didn't pull a suit.
Calculated assault and a psychic blast.
Wait, what's in the bottom here?
You know.
That's the mat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you watched last week,
Oh, yeah, I
Is
did.
it different from last?
then you would have seen this.
Oh my God. Ooh.
It's a different picture. Yeah, you
And
get
it's
different pictures.
on the back.
What are those gigantic swords in the
Flip
battlefield?
it. Flip it.
Or a poster.
No, it's Cash's weird fingernails.
This one is a lot different because the other one had the actual checklist with your card, the emergent worm, in the background.
My card.
Can I keep this
Yeah.
one?
What's that?
Can I keep this one?
Probably. That is super gorgeous though for an art piece you put on your wall. We're still
Oh, yeah,
waiting
it is
for.
Minot. I didn't realize
It's
Minot
Minot.
has a little half book thing.
She's got a full cape.
We're still waiting on our cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, yeah.
To stand up in the store. This arena actually looks
I
really
wonder if that's
nice.
going to be one of the next new mats. We need some new mats. We could use some
We need
mats.
new, well, the neoprene ones.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Nice. Yeah, in the
This
yeah,
one looks
in
like
the
you're traveling through like a
Hellfire.
wheat field or something.
maybe in the field.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
For your hearty soup.
Mushrooms on stream.
It's your
For
hearty
the
soup.
soup. For the soup?
So they're in this corner here too. So they're little
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get those promos.
tiny
It is. I think it's going to be
mushrooms.
very difficult. Like we got
Right
2
here.
boxes to do for our stream, and we haven't seen one yet. I mean, only being able to get 1, possibly 2, if you're lucky per box. It's going to be really, really difficult. Those cards are going to be so
What?
chased after. The new promos, like the happy mistake that happened.
Yeah.
All those it's like the restore promos or whatever.
Yeah,
that-
the door and
the promos that were supposed to originally be used for the recycle program, all that stuff got accidentally put into the actual retail boxes and stuff. So, which is going to make the foiled set, on top of it, even harder to get too as well too. You got to hope for those what they call the God packs, all foil packs, which is 1 in every 200 and somewhat packs or something like that. I think is the ratio. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle.
tough.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cry.
you'll open 24 or 30 boxes.
24. No, more than that.
You're gonna open more than that?
Oh, probably.
Wow.
Probably.
Dude, I'll bet you money for that one. He's totally
Chrono would
okay
be great.
more
It's
than
a
just
bit
that.
here.
Like the amount of Kickstarter ones that I've opened, and I still don't have the full foiled set.
Mom's giving him shit for how much he opened.
I got in trouble. Yeah.
He actually really did.
But I mean, with retail coming, and it's like those Kickstarter boxes will probably like I've already got
Did you
some.
open a pre-alpha yet or no?
I have not seen a pre-alpha.
Wow.
Have not seen
crazy.
one single pre-alpha with the amount of boxes that I've opened. I've gotten 3 signed cards,
Yeah.
like the Sid
Yeah,
signed
nice.
cards, and I
And
have
the
not.
secrets.
Oh, I've gotten both secrets.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I got multiples of the secrets. What was the other one?
James Ebinger
That was
says,
it.
I stepped away. How many new foils and promos did you guys get this set?
0.
Zero.
None.
I mean,
None
Wow.
this time around.
2 foils and 4 epics, which is what we would consider a good box.
A good box.
A solid
Still
box.
Solid box.
Yeah.
Right? But you still need the God pack or, well, in this case, a promo pack to get a great box. Anyways,
Decent.
That was
Yeah,
fun, though.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, to cracking more of this. We'll probably do some more on stream, obviously, once it comes available to us to pick up for my distribution and that. Once again, thank you so much to Sid for giving us Genesis, a game that I love playing. This guy is struggling to play, no, that we all love, all right? We all love. We have a huge passion for Genesis, so thank you so much to Sid and to Haunted Castle Gaming for giving us Genesis. Check it out, www.genesisbattlechampions.com. You want to get involved, you can learn how to play, all the lore, everything, all the information you need to know about the game is there. Check out this guy. On Twitch. Tell them.
Yeah, Night Angel 87 on Twitch. I stream randomly. It's very random right now.
Yeah, very random. Well, you were doing every Saturday.
I was doing every Saturday, but then things have shifted. So
things are kind of schedules busy. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It is. You have no idea how hard it is. Making sure that we have nothing else going on. We have the content for our show every week.
Right.
Making sure everybody's here on time. Speaking of which, shout out to Kenny for doing our tech side of the show tonight. He's going to be continuing on helping us out. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, Kenny. He's also working hard at work working on fixing the Geo and getting that up and running. It's going to be done before the championship?
Hopefully. I will be fixing...
Has to be. So we don't have any more technical difficulties.
All of the bad bugs will be fixed.
Will be gone. Yes, 100%. So yeah, you want to check out Night Angel, aka Will Kemp, aka second place winner,
AKA Nubia player.
aka Nubia player.
Strong Nubia.
I think you're gonna come up on top.
we'll see.
We'll see.
It's a long day. Well, at least it's going to be 2 days, right? Like I was definitely feeling it the last circuit. Like it was basically from 1:30 till 10:30, right? So like 9 hours straight games. It's a long day.
I have confidence we'll probably both make top 16 at least. I mean,
yeah, my goal is always top 8. That's
top 8. Yeah.
The circuit. What circuit were you talking about? 9 hours?
Dragon World.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, Anime North didn't run that long, but
Right.
no.
Well, we didn't have
Yeah,
as many
it couldn't.
players. So
No, we didn't.
And we weren't allowed to run it so
Well,
long.
the championship last year, oh my goodness, that was different.
Yeah.
Like when we got in the
So it was
car,
only a 1 day event.
I
With
couldn't
the
fall
2
in.
days, it's going to be nice. Like you can do your Swiss, everything gets determined, you relax, play a bunch of the side events, have fun.
Go home, get a good night's sleep before you gotta play.
Now-
again.
now you
Party
said-
with Jeff Pacito at his house.
Yeah. Wait.
Are we going to Jeff's house?
Yeah, we're going to Jeff's house.
Are we going to Jeff's house?
Jeff's house
Is that
on
what the
Saturday
whole?
night.
Because it says on the site that you're welcome to stay till midnight if you like.
Yeah.
So
And then the
what's
after
going
party's
on?
at Jeff's.
Oh, so there's a party
Yeah.
after the Swiss round. We're gonna party till midnight, and then we're gonna go
At the
party.
event. Then we're going to go crash Jeff
We're
and his
partying at
2
Jeff's
kids and
house.
his wife. Yeah, at their place. Big party. See?
Nice.
Yeah, you see, you're
I'm
all
invading.
keep the pool open till then. No nice November polar swim. Yeah, it'll be good. Fresh from the top 16.
Oh,
Oh,
swimming
we're
in
gonna go.
November.
We're gonna go
That's gonna be
skinny dipping
freezing.
at Jeff's house.
I'm not going.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's the rumors.
Never mind. I was interested until skinny dipping.
I'll bring the marshmallows.
It should be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of big blast.
Yeah, it's
Bring
gonna be
the
a lot of fun.
marshmallows, we can bring crackers and chocolate.
Yeah.
You gotta do the honey ones
You
though.
bring the marshmallows. You bring the graham crackers. I'll bring the chocolate.
You'll bring the chocolate.
Done.
We'll do s'mores at Jeff Pazito's house. Yeah. Championship.
Yeah, and then the second day will be good. Just to
Play some side events if you
Side
don't make it
events.
into the top 16, or even if you do, then you're.
I think
on
this
the road.
was originally their plan for last year. They wanted to do the 2 days, but then COVID and timing and restrictions and planning, right? So they had to kind of smush it in, and it was a lot, right? It was a lot.
It was such a long day. Like we got in the car at the end of the night because we drove home, and I couldn't see straight.
Sorry, Will.
Sorry, Will, I'm on my way to your place now. I just told my wife and she's kicked me out. Put a pillow on the couch for me, please.
You got kicked out because we said we're partying at his house? That's alright, Jeff. You can come and sleep here at the store. It's all good.
Just make sure not to make any. Don't make a movement at all, because we know what happens.
Oh, the cameras?
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
not
the
remember
cameras.
the
Yeah,
time
yeah,
you got
yeah,
a
yeah.
phone call at
Yeah.
midnight because
Because
the
a poster
Pikachu
fell off the wall.
poster fell off
Yeah,
the
poster
wall?
fell off
Like,
the wall and set the alarm off. The security company was coming.
There's
cops
a
were
wild
here.
Pikachu in here.
Yeah, it took us forever. The police officer that showed up when I let him in, it took us forever to find out what had actually happened, but it had fallen, and it was kind of hanging behind a shelf, and I'm like, are you kidding? Is that the only thing that happened? Because there was absolutely nothing.
yeah. So don't make any movements if you're
It's
gonna
just,
stay.
it's just reassuring to know that the alarm system works really well. Right? It's awesome. But anyway, so we're gonna say farewell for now. Anything else you wanted to add for tonight? Any
No,
announcements? You want to say hi to anybody, or
I said hi to Jeff already, so I'm good.
that's it? Jeff's the most important person in your life.
Second most played.
Second most. I was gonna say the missus might be watching. It's like, I want to say hi to Cam. Thank you for watching tonight, buddy. My son, he's at home. One of the viewers tonight. He always comes out and watches us. So which is good. Yeah,
Hi,
he was on
Mom.
the show last night, and to my lovely wife as well. Yes, 100%. Kenny, anything else you want to add? Genesis, yes. So we're gonna end the show in the wise words of Mr. JC, as he always says. We'll see you in the arena. Be sure to get those timelines built. Start practice. Play them. You gotta keep working because that championship's coming. We've been beckoned, and we're definitely excited, and we will be there for the championship.
Hang on. How many subscribers do we have? Can you check that real quick?
Yeah, let me check real fast.
Yeah, real quick.
You gotta click that bell and click that.
239. We are so close to 250.
We're almost to the 250 mark, getting there. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate all your support, and thank you very much for tuning in and watching One Side of the Coin, our weekly show on Genesis Battle of Champions. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.